Sports Uncensored 365. I am your host, Lance Clark. Let's talk a little sports. All right, so by now, if you follow sports in the sports world, everybody knows about Noah Lyles and his comment on world champions. A lot of people have chimed in to say how, he's right. A lot of people have chimed in to say he was wrong. The majority of people I've come across have agreed with him. And I'm going to let everybody know why I think that he's wrong and my perspective on why he's wrong. Right? So, to be a world champion, right, you have to have people compete from around the world. Right? Now, whether they're representing their country or as an individual, you have people from around the world competing for a title, right? Now let's take the type of sport out of it. So let's take individual sport, team sport. We're going to take all those aspects out of it, right? Let's say you have this contest and everybody agrees that this contest, let's say contest 1, is going to be held in Germany. I want all the people from around the world, the best people are going to come here and play for this title of world champion, right? Let's say individual. Let's just say it is an individual, right? So we got this individual competing for a world title. Everybody's coming from their countries and they're coming to a central location, Germany, to play for this championship. The best people in the world are in Germany at this point in time. How is that considered a world champion? But let's go back to the NBA, right? You have the NBA players. The best players from around the world come to the United States to play in the NBA to play for a title. These are the best people in the world that agree, hey, we're going to all travel to the United States and play for these teams and compete for a championship. These are the best players in the world that have agreed on coming to this location. I don't see how that's different from a track athlete. Yes, you're not representing your country per se. Now, country, teams, or whatever, well, I mean, we're playing semantics at that point. But to me, it's pretty much the same. We got everybody coming together, best players from around the world playing on teams to see who has the best team in the world, right? This has nothing to do with representing your country or anything like that. This is the best team in the world with players from around the world. So it doesn't matter if you're representing your country. See, that's something more that has to do with the Olympics. This is just representing your team. Your team is comprised of the best players in the world. You are the best team in the world. Therefore, you are the world champion. That's how I look at it. I could be wrong. You can feel like I'm wrong. That's just what I feel as far as a world champion, right? Like it's like in boxing. So if you win a title or a belt in boxing, are you considered a world champion because you technically didn't fight people from around the world? No, you're considered a world champion boxer. So is that not a world title? It's only a world title if you represent a country. So you can have an individual sport where you're the best at what you do and be considered the best in the world. Let's say the US Open, tennis is going on. They don't consider the winner of the US Open a world champion, right? But we still have the best athletes in the world competing for this title. Now don't have like Team USA, Team Jamaica, Team United Kingdom, Team Japan, Team Nigeria. They don't have that on their person. But if you look up on the ticker, it'll say like this person's from the USA, this person's from Germany, this person's from the UK. It has their flag representing on there. Now, even though they're not considering themselves a world champion, it's essentially the same thing that they're doing in track and field. Essentially the same thing. So for me, I would just say, if you consider yourself a world champion, don't worry about what the next person says. You are a world champion if you are playing against the best people in the world. Now that that's out the way, the one thing that I don't understand is why at your time to shine, when you're at the height of your career right now, instead of letting the world know who you are and taking time to thank and congratulate all the people that got you to this point and introducing yourself to kind of the world, you decide to, just take a dump and shit on somebody else's accomplishment. Though some people don't feel like he was because they agree with him, that's exactly what he did. Nobody asked him about the NBA. Nobody asked him about what he thought about NBA players or other sports organizations calling themselves world champions. This just was something that for some reason was bugging him. Why he felt the need to say that, I don't know. Why he didn't take that chance to just pour into himself and his coaches and his team and thank the people that helped him get there, I don't know. Why he just didn't relish in his win. I don't know why he took the time to try to tear down somebody else. I don't know. Go ask that man. That's just my perspective on the whole situation. If you are in a sport where the best players in the world are competing, the location doesn't matter. Just like the Olympics, when they were in Beijing, they weren't considered the Beijing champions because the game was played in Beijing. Because everybody in the world, the best in the world, traveled to Beijing to compete in a central location. That's the same thing for the NBA. Best players in the world come to the United States to compete amongst the best players in the world. Therefore, the best team in the best league in the world are world champions. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please leave a like on the video. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. I'm out.
Gee, I got the juice.